Hi guys and welcome. These are your handover videos for your Swift Sprite Quattro EW. In these videos I'm going to go over how to set up and operate the caravan. So starting off first, got your hitch head just here with your black lever, handbrake, jockey wheel that can go up and down using that part and then can be tucked in using that handle as well, and then 13-pin electrics. Inside the front locker, I've got a gas bottle here with a gas hose connected either side and then onto that regulator there. Make sure both sides of the gas hose are firmly connected. You can hand tighten on that part to an extent, then just finish off using the spanner. Once that is connected, twist the gas bottle in the positive or open direction and that will begin to feed gas through into the caravan. Got your battery locker just here, opens up using your key. That's where your battery would sit, and just here is your plug-in for your mains capacity, just slots in nicely. And then you have, I'll just move that out of the way, whoops, you have 2 points either side and then 2 points at the back. These are for your legs, so you don't jack up the caravan or level the caravan using your legs. You first level using your jockey wheel and then stabilise, put it down all four corner steadies. On the other side here, you've got this. This is your flow. Don't have to do anything with it except make sure that it's nice and clean. This is for getting clean air into your boiler when you're on gas. And then just next to it, you have your point for your water pump. So the water pump slots into here. I'll show you what I mean when we go inside the caravan. Slots into here. You have a plastic cap to go over the top of your rack roll. Then you have a strainer. The strainer has to sit at the bottom of your water barrel. Make sure it's nice, clean, fresh drinking water. Then here, you've got 2 points. These are for your wastewater. You'll need some 28.5mm waste pipes to feed your wastewater out of, and that will feed into a waste master. Then lastly, you have these 2 points. This top one opens up using your key, and this is where you'll feed your water through for your toilet to flush. Get yourself something like a watering can just to make it that little bit easier to feed the water through, and can hold around 10 litres of water. If you'd like it to smell a little bit nicer, you can also invest in some pink chemical and feed it in. You can dilute it, you know, similar to how you would use bleach. Then below you have your cassette toilet. Now, to release the cassette toilet once it's full, you press up on this orange handle, press and pull it out. If you press and continue to pull it out, you can also make this into almost like a suitcase. Then once you get to your emptying point on site, you need to twist this orange head to the side, open up that cap, tilt the box down, and then continually press in this button here to vent it out. Once you've done that one time, I recommend doing it again after swilling out some fresh water inside of it. Then on your cap you have measurements of both imperial and metric. This is for your blue chemical. Blue chemical goes into this cap, slots right back onto there, twist the head back to the side, push the cassette so it's nice and past. Then you want the orange head to be set behind these teeth. Now you don't want to travel with either of these too full, so to empty this you have this little black nozzle that sits just up above there. Open that up and that will drain out any remaining water in the system. Okay, then situated underneath your front sofa you have this stuff here. The main bits to note: this big black box is your boiler, and then these blue pipes leading to this yellow valve that is where your water will flow through. So the valve is currently in the vertical position. With it being in the vertical position, that means it's in its drain mode. Any water that comes into the caravan will be drained out. To have it so that you can feed water through, you need it in the horizontal position. Now it can be horizontal either way, just as long as it's horizontal. When it's horizontal and you do first initially begin to pump water through, it may take a little bit longer than it normally would, as there's no water in the system. Now, if you are regularly using the caravan, that's fine. I do recommend after every use of the caravan for a weekend or whatever it may be, you open up that valve to drain it. And if you're not using the caravan, November to March, keep that drain valve almost permanently up. Just because of colder weather, you don't want your pipes freezing over. And then next to it, you have these two silver boxes. So this one here, this is your battery charger. Then here, this is where both your fuses and your trips are kept. You can see all your trips are in the upright position. Now you do have some additional information just at the top here. You can see that right now the charger and the heating and hot water and spare are all illuminated. That means they're all working. Then just here, you have your system shutdown button. You press that button, nothing inside the caravan will be able to operate. That is like almost your kill switch. Okay, then situated over the top of the door, you have this. Well, actually these two. This is your main control panel. So, as you can see, the power's on and it shows green lights illuminated. It shows that mains is coming into the caravan. If you was connected via car, you would see that the green light is connected there, going to there. You can see the amount of levels coming into the caravan by either pressing in of the button, so obviously there's not a vehicle battery currently on, or you can press this button, view levels, and you can see 14 volts are coming into the caravan. Then you have this, your water pump button. So, come over here to just show you this. This is your water pump. Your water pump slots in, and then to remove it, it's on a trigger system. You have to press the trigger to remove it. If you attempt to remove it without pressing the trigger, nothing will happen. Then you have this plastic cap. It's currently all the way down at the bottom, and that goes over the top of the aqua roll, just to make sure no nasty stuff gets inside. Then at the bottom, you have your strainer. Your strainer has to sit at the bottom of the water barrel, as otherwise it's just going to be sucking through air. Now these do have a tendency to curl up, so straighten them out before you use it. But going back to that water pump, once you've pressed water pump, you have to make sure that that valve is in the horizontal position. Make sure it's plugged in, make sure the strainer sat at the bottom. You want to come over to your taps after waiting, I'd say 2 to 3 minutes to let the water run through. Open up your tap and run your tap for 30 seconds. And what you'll want to see is a nice continuous stream. Then next up, you have your Truma control panel. It's currently on this green screen here, and it will automatically do that so it doesn't disturb you whilst you sleep. So we're looking at everything underneath this line, because over the top just shows you a few additional bits of information. So first up, got the caravan with the thermometer in it. This is for your desired internal temperature of the caravan. So starts at 5, ends at 30. So let's say I wanted to have 28. I press in on the dial, then if I go back, you can see it's on 28. You can also use this back button to press out. Next, you have this thermometer in water. This is for your water heat. You can either have it off, eco, which gets it to 40 degrees, hot, which gets it to 60 degrees, or boost, which will boost the temperature of the water for 15 minutes to that hot temperature and then drop it back down to eco. Next, you've got this gas canister with the electric bolts next to it. This is for the power source you'd like to use to heat the caravan and the hot water. So you can either use strictly gas, a mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt, electric with 1 kilowatt, or electric with 2 kilowatts. So you do have the choice of either strictly gas, strictly mains, or a mixture of both. So for today, I'm just going to keep it electric. Then we have your fan speed. So dotted around the caravan, you have these fans. You have two choices of speed, so either eco or high. High will heat the caravan quicker. Then here, what this is, this allows you to set a timer for when the heating and hot water comes on. So you first punch in the number at what time you'd like it to start. So if it was 5 o'clock, I'd put 5:00. Well, in that case 1700, so 1700:00. Depends if you have it set to 12-hour or 24-hour clock. And then you'd choose what time you'd like it to come off. Then just here, this is just for setting the time. And go across one more, you have some additional settings such as brightness, 24 or 12-hour clock, and a few other bits. Then when you want to turn this off, press and hold on that dial, and turns itself off. Same to turn it on as well. Okay, then we have your hob. So your hob for your cooker only operates off gas. This is very similar to your standard sort of gas cooker. It's in case you want to press in on the dial and twist it to the side, and at the same time press in on this button here and you'll hear the ticks come in. So just to show you what it looks like when it's lit, and there you can see nice blue clean continuous flame. Then when you want to turn it off, you put the knob back to the central position and it turns it off. Then again, it's the exact same for the grill. Here you can see the grill. You want both sides nice and lit. Back to the central to turn it off. Then again for the oven. And here you can see again all of it lit. Only difference is twist it to the side and it will get hotter rather than a smaller flame. Only real thing to note, don't press down that glass lid until all those top burners are cold to the touch. Then here we have your fridge operation. So we'll go from off actually, in fact. Okay, so when you want to have your fridge turned on, you press in on this button here. It'll flash up and go to its most recent memory, which you can see is mains on full capacity. If I want to change the source, I continually press in on this button and it will give me the option of either mains, car battery, or gas. So for car battery, you select that obviously when you're connected to your car, but for gas, I'm going to use right now. Press that grey button in, that will select it. Then I can either have it at 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 5 will chill it the quickest, so we're going to keep it at 5. Now, it will take around 4 hours for the fridge to fully chill. The main things to note is that with gas, it's not an instantaneous thing. You'll hear the gas tick in, and then once it's finished ticking, that means that it's lit. You can see that as well. Lights come on for it as well. Said it as well a lot there. But you can see that the top, there's no more green lights. It will automatically turn that off so it doesn't disturb you. But change the source, mains 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Then to turn it off, press in on that button, turns itself off. All good. Then we have the toilet, which you might say is bog simple. So lift up that here, you have this here. This is your flush button, so press it in and you can hear that motor. Now if there was water in the system, which I have drained out, you would see that the water would flush its way around. So you can hear the motor just there. Then underneath you have this catch. Push the catch to the side and that will empty the catch and fill it into the cassette toilet. Push it back and shuts it up.